Hey friends, it's Chris. It's been a while since I recorded. I make these cards and I just get them out that I forget to record them. Let's see. So this is one I did for April of next year for the nursing home. They're all this in different color balloons. This is for Valentine's Day. They all had a Valentine thing with the love on it. And I think I stamped Happy Valentine's Day in the middle. St. Patrick's. All were similar to this. I no longer write the patient's names in the card or on the envelope because I send them out so far in advance that they have a lot of turnover, so they don't always get there. This is the New Year one. I embossed with a clock because I thought that was kind of New Year's-ish. And then a Happy New Year tag, and then hope you have a wonderful day. Sorry, I'm wiggling the camera. Here's another Valentine one. Some I just stamped cards to my Sweet Valentines, but I stamped in them. So now for May, which I'm working on now, my sister and my aunt get these cards, and they're very pretty, beautiful cards, but it says that a prayer mass would be said. So, I mean, they weren't paid for and nobody wants to use them. So I just take them and I cut them up. Like I took them apart. And then I just take all the flowers and things off of these cards and I make new cards. So this is all a piece of a card. That's a punch from the card. And all the cards for May say have a blooming marvelous day. But every outside is different. This one is still wet with the dots there. So let's just go through a few of these. So and I was trying to use envelopes that I had, which were these ugly neon green ones. These cards don't really go with them. But so these are just circles made. Some are cuter than others. This one's eh. But I just used this bunch to get the flower shape. And then I did circles for the other ones. And I just put dots in the center. I did a butterfly stamp around the edges. This one I tried making a bouquet, so that these are flowers. That's why they all have little dots in the center of each circle, is to make the flowers more of a flower. So some are definitely cuter than others, but I'm just chopping up those cards into pieces. And I made a bunch of other cards. Some definitely turned out cuter than others. That one's cute. I think I might go through and put some dashes in there. That one's cute. This was an Easter card. I can tell by that I cut up. This one I embossed some. Some are cards and some are just because the envelope is so big. And they have pretty envelopes that went with the card. I just cut the pieces up and it's just a front piece card. So if you ever have greeting cards and they're too pretty and you don't want to just throw them away, but you don't want to keep them, cannibalize them. This one I just cut out the whole sunflower. And make new cards from them. And I just, for the little dots, I used these pearls. I think I got it from Joann's. It was a set of 3. This one I did a whole embossed piece and just put them on. I really like that one. And then I just drew around it in pen. I had this one in here, but now that I know it belonged to last month, I'll probably kick it out and put a different one in. Like here's one of the, this was actually part of the card. I just cut it out and put it on here. And then put a flower in there. And I'll do a different writing in there. This one is not part of what's going to the nursing home. But I took the front of the card and I took the inside of the card. There was a lot more pieces to it, but I just kind of chopped them up. And this one I matted crooked. So I might have to send that sunflower. Like this one's super tiny. It was just the inside or the back side of that one big bright sunflower. Here's another sunflower one. This is a different card. I think I got those. I had 2 of this card. It had a cross on it and some sayings, so I just chopped it up. Put a little piece on the inside. Did another one just similar to it. So here's the, this was a beautiful card. So I didn't want to chop it up and make flowers out of it, so I just kind of left it whole and put it on a base. I really like this one, and like it needed something, so I just did dashes in the circles, and I like the little birdie. So I just made flowers from the cards that had flowers already in them. And then like this one I did the lines and the doodles. This was a sympathy card. I mean, kind of still to me looks like a sympathy card in a sense because I knew it was one, but it's not. So when you have cards, you can repurpose them. This was a scrap off one of the pieces that I embossed. And you can see how I just did some dashes around some of these to make them pop out. I really liked this one. This one card was a Mother's Day card. It was really pretty. So I got 2 cards out of that one. This is that daisy one. The back side had all these other images. And I liked using their envelopes because their envelopes were pretty envelopes. So I just chopped them all up and made them into cards. I mean, they're not fabulous, gorgeous, fantastic, but for making 50 cards to send out, this one I just basically, I did do some stamping of hydrangea on here, but I did the big cutout. And this one, and this one, it was one big bouquet. I just sliced it in half and made 2 cards out of it. I'm sure I'm going too fast, but I didn't want to make this a really long video. But just to show you, when you have beautiful cards like this, and you don't want to throw them away. So on some of them, when I did the circle punch, I could have a pretty foily version, or I could have the non-foily version. So it's basically the same thing. One's foiled, one's not. So when I punch them out, sometimes I use one side and sometimes I use the other. So I had a lot of this one particular card, so I can make a bunch more of those. But that's what I've been up to lately. I did make a sweater. Maybe I'll come on sometime soon and show you my sweater. It's a Set As Place pattern. that I helped her type up, and then I tested it. And I really liked it. I want to make another one. So I think I want to make it out of velour. I need to find the yarn to do that with. But here's my tip for today, is that when somebody sends you a beautiful card and you don't want to keep it, but you don't want to just throw it away, cannibalize it, chop it up, and make it into another card. Thanks for watching.